Hello, and thank you for joining us. I appreciate you taking the time to work on developing your English skills and personal growth. There is one truth that many people who learn English realize too late, and that is even after many years of studying, spending a lot of money on language centers, and even dreaming about going abroad, when they need to say one simple sentence in real life, their mouth becomes stiff and their mind becomes empty. Many people believe that they are not good at English because they do not have the chance to study at a good center or live in a foreign country. But if you look more closely, you will see many people who have never gone abroad and never studied at expensive centers, yet they use English very naturally in their work and daily life. The difference is not where they learn. The difference is how they are in contact with English every day and how they understand what learning a language really means. English is not something that only exists in books, classrooms, or tests. It is a living tool that only works when it is used often. Many people learn English for a long time but do not make progress simply because they start in the wrong place. They spend a lot of time learning grammar, remembering rules, and doing writing exercises, but they almost ignore listening and speaking. However, listening and speaking are the real foundation of using a language in real life. You may remember many sentence structures, but if your ears are not used to English sounds, when native speakers talk, everything still sounds fast and confusing. Listening to English every day is the most important thing, even when you do not understand everything. When you listen again and again, your brain slowly becomes familiar with the sounds, rhythm, and natural linking of native speakers, even if you do not notice it clearly. It is like listening to a song many times, and after a while, the melody plays in your head without effort. English reaction is formed in the same way, quietly but strongly. YouTube, movies, podcasts, and short English videos are not only for entertainment. When you watch with a little attention, you are creating an English environment right inside your own home. You can hear the same sentence many times, notice how native speakers stress words, link sounds, and use that sentence in different situations. With just a little every day, English slowly becomes a familiar part of your life. Many people wait until they are good enough before they dare to speak English, but that moment often never comes. Speaking English is not a knowledge test, it is a physical skill of the mouth and the brain. You can speak alone, speak slowly, and speak with mistakes, and that is completely normal. Every time you open your mouth to speak, even one simple sentence, your brain is learning how to connect sound and thought in English. Learning vocabulary as single words is easy to forget and very hard to use correctly in communication. But when you learn words in phrases or full sentences connected to a real situation, your brain remembers them more naturally. You not only know what the word means, but also when to use it and how to use it naturally. This is how we learn our first language, and English is not different. Learning English does not need too much time in one day, but it needs consistency. 20 or 30 minutes every day, listening to one part, speaking a few sentences, repeating a familiar phrase, is much more effective than studying for many hours and then stopping for many days. Progress comes from small but continuous contact. Anyone can become good at English at home if they understand the right way to learn and stay consistent with daily habits. You do not need to compare yourself with others, you do not need to be afraid of mistakes, and you do not need to turn English into pressure. When you see English as a normal communication tool in daily life, it slowly becomes lighter, more familiar, and easier to use than you think. And from that moment, English is no longer a fear, but a door that opens many new opportunities. If you find this video interesting and helpful, please give me a like and subscribe.